This is reading lesson number 3. This video is for you if you struggle with reading. I am a professional reading specialist, dyslexia specialist, and the developer of the Learn Reading program, and I'm going to teach you how to read in 100 videos. It's important that you start with lesson 1. I have that video linked for you in the description below, and I will be building upon that lesson every time. So it's important that you watch them in order, beginning with lesson 1. And here's how these lessons will work. The first 10 lessons will be taken directly from the Begin Reading packet. And if you want to print out those worksheets, then that link is next to the number 1 in the description below. But you don't have to. I will be working with them on my screen so that you can just follow along with me on this video if you would like. Lessons 11 through 90 are taken from my Learn Reading lessons. And if you want to print those out, those will be next to the number 2 in the description below. And lessons 91 through 100 are taken from my adult reading class, and that link is next to the number 3 below. If you do not purchase the worksheets to follow along with me, that is fine. I would love to teach you right here for free, but you will need a piece of paper and a pencil to copy the words down. So if you don't have those, go ahead and pause the video, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and then come right back. I will have 2 videos for you each week. You are free to follow along with me here for free, or you can join me at any time in my adult reading class, especially if these words seem a little easy for you. In my live class, I can help you more personally. And again, that live class link is next to the number 3 below. If you would like an online tutor, then I can recommend several, and those are in the description below as well. Okay, let's get started. So we are working in Begin Reading Lesson 3 today. If you have printed these out, you can skip this first page and go straight to page 2. The grapheme that we are working on today, and remember a grapheme is a letter or set of letters that makes one sound. The grapheme that we are working on today is A, and we are going to be working with the most common sound that A makes, and that's its short sound. And the sound is made by creating a big, wide, round shape with your mouth, so that an ah comes out, as in apple. It's important that the shape of your mouth is big and wide and round. If it's any smaller, it could come out as an as in elephant. If it's any smaller, it will come out as an like igloo. So we don't want we don't want we want ah. Nice, big, wide, and round. So if you have these lessons, go ahead and say the correct sounds of all of these graphemes on this page. For all of us following here with me on YouTube, we're going to go straight to page 3 and work on our pencil reading. So pencil reading is we're going to put a dot underneath each sound while we say the sound, and then we'll connect the dots slowly. First, we need to mark our vowels. So here's a vowel, and we're going to mark them by, we will know what sound they make by applying the tap 2 rule, which is you tap the next 2 letters. If either one of them is another vowel, then the vowel that you were on is going to say its name or its long sound. If not, as in this situation, there is not another vowel, 1 or 2 doors down, so that A is going to make its short sound, ah, and we mark that with a breath. So when we pencil read this word, we're going to mark it with an ah. First word with you, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. And then we pencil read each sound. And then we connect the dots all in one breath. Tan. Tan. And as you do these next ones on your own, that you control the shape of your mouth from one sound to the next. So for instance, that T is only made with air. It's a voiceless sound. So there's only air, no voice coming out, and it's kind of a spitting sound, like, and it has to go straight from that shape with your tongue kicking against the top of your mouth, straight to that big, wide, round ah, ah, and your tongue is held back. Then after that ah sound and shape is made, then that tongue goes straight to the top of your mouth and creates the pan. If you can control the shape of the sound, you can control the sounds and in what order they come in the word. So I want you to practice controlling the shape of the sound as you make each sound and combine them and blend them together into a word. Okay, so I would like for you to do number 2, this next one here, and I will do it along with you. I'm going to be quiet so that you can work and pronounce the word on your own. Okay, so we knew that that A said because one of the next 2 letters was not another vowel. When that happens, then this A says for now, until I teach you otherwise. When we pencil read that word, it sounds like Make sure you control the shape of those sounds. Rat, rat. So we know that that A said because one of the next 2 letters was not another vowel. Just in case you're wondering what those vowels are, they are A, E, I, O, U, and Y. When Y is not the first letter, it's a vowel, which happens I don't know the percentage, maybe 90% of the time or more. Y is going to be a vowel. It's only a consonant if it's the very first letter. So if the Y is anywhere else in the word, then it is going to be a vowel for the most part, which is why I hesitated. But for now, when Y is anywhere else in the word, it's going to be a vowel. So the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. If one of those, and Y, excuse me, if one of those comes right after a vowel that you've come to in this spot or this spot, if one of the next 2 letters is another vowel, then this vowel will say its name or its long sound. That's not going to happen in this lesson. That A is never going to say A, so just a spoiler alert, heads up. This A will always say the sound A. That is the sound that we are working on in this lesson. So we are on these last 2 here. So I'll be quiet while you work on this one. So when we mark these vowels, we have an A here because one of the next 2 letters is not a vowel. When we say the sounds, we have S, A. Remember the shape of that sound? Big, wide, and round. And then spit out that voiceless sound. It's not ta. The word is not sata. It ends with a t. When we connect those dots, we have sa. Spit out that last sound. Sat. Sat. Beautiful. All right, let's do the last one. We have the next 2 letters after this vowel are consonants. So we know that that vowel is going to say A. It's going to make it short sound if the next 2 letters are consonants or if it's a consonant and a space here. So with that saying A, now we are ready to pencil read. The sounds are ooh. When you make that sound, make sure that your tongue stays up against the back of your top teeth and it doesn't release. It's a continuous, sustained sound. Ooh. So the sounds are ooh, ah, s, t. Those dots slowly all in one breath. It sounds like last, last. And you are reading beautifully. If you have these printed lessons, go ahead and work on your new sight word, which is the sight word A. You can read all of these if you want, but we are searching for the letter A, which when it's all by itself says A or A. And you are also free to cut out these new cards that all have the A in them and your new sight word so that you can practice fluency. So you are doing great. Next time we will be working on introduce the D sound into our words. So I will see you over there. Great work today.